I'm Trey Bonner. I had the idea that I wanted to be a guide at an early age. The first thing out of high school, what I did is I packed up and I moved to Idaho because I wanted to be a guide. So I actually enrolled in a guide school, an outfitting and guide school in Idaho, packed up. That's where my journey began. My whole life, I have loved the outdoors. The game I like to play, we're finding trophy animals, whether it's in the mountains, in the plains. I'm a Texas guy. Obviously, I love Texas, and that's where I ended up, and I was blessed enough to be a part of a great ranching family. They asked me, my sister and my mom asked me one time, well, we got this ranch, what do you think we should do with it? And I said, well, you know, I'm not so big in the cattle as I am in the whitetail deer. So if it's up to me, I'll trade in my cowboy boots for some deer boy boots. And I've been a deer guy ever since. It's been really good to us. It's been fun. It has been a lot of hard work. There's been a few misses, but we've hit some home runs too. And it's been a blast. All right, we're making progress now. Well, we're fixing to roll into the gate here. Nobody's been here in a couple of weeks, so I think we'll have a decent hunt. It's a little bit hot, but hey, we've been feeding, got some food plots growing. The hogs and coyotes are happy. I know the deer will be out there, so here we go. Smooth 85 degrees here in the rolling plains of North Texas. Our first hunt, we got into town, jumped in the hunting vehicle, immediately went to the blind, got set up. Only a few deer came out. It was pretty slow, but we had high expectations for our next morning. We're rocking, baby. Yo. It's a blooper. That next morning, we head to the stand, we get set up. The sun is barely breaking. I take out the rattling horns, do a little tickling, do a little hitting. We had a few little deer came in, and then all of a sudden, we had a really good mature buck coming in on us. Oh, I see him moving through the broadcast. I thought he's ready. He never left the brush. He sat out there, listened, watched, but he never came in. We never saw him leave. He was probably 125 yards from it. He had another small buck with him. We watched. The front was blowing in, the wind was swirling. We don't know what happened, but he snuck out on us, and here we go again. The hunt is on, but I got a gun in my hand for the first time in a long time, and we're hunting. Well, we had a pretty good hunt this morning. Had a few bucks come in. Got a piece of the northern coming in. I don't know what the temperature is, maybe 55, 60 in that range. But we're gonna get up, move, do a little rattling. It's pre-rut, but I think we can get some bucks to come in. We'll go about a half a mile over here, get down in a draw, see if we can bring something in.
This segment of Trophy Hunters TV is brought to you by Swagger Bipods, the bipod with moves.
Be careful whenever you turn your passion into your job. I love to hunt, and somehow I got in the hunting business. I went after it. like a lot of people do. And the next thing you know, here it's been 17 years since I've been on a whitetail hunt for myself. And when this opportunity came up, at first I was very leery. I didn't know how I would do, but I put my hunter hat back on, got a gun in my hand for the first time in about 17 years. We're excited and we're ready to hunt. The next morning, about 3:30 a.m., we start hearing rain. And it's not just a drizzle, it's real rain. We realized that our early morning hunt is not gonna happen. We were hunting way in the back of the ranch. You can't get there in the middle of the rain. We hung around the house till lunch. We decided, you know what, we're here. I got a gun in my hand. Let's hit the brush. Let's go find some animals. Let's make our own luck. Hey, we're hunting because we love to be outdoors. That's what we do. Let's make it happen. We had a hard morning, 3:30, pouring down rain. It's a mess. It's sluggish. It's sluggy. It's everything. We got the mud bug out. We're going to go to the pasture, make the rounds, hit the horns. Saw some animals moving late yesterday afternoon. Try to make it happen. Get on some bucks. Well, we don't normally hunt out of box blinds, but today we are. It's been raining since 3:30 this morning. We sat around the house, decided we need to get off the couch, go to work, find some deer. So here we are. We got a few deer have already showed up. We're gonna pull out the rattling horns, make a few rounds, see if we can get some bucks to come in. And we're ready. We're ready. It's cold, but we're ready. We sit there about an hour and a half, and out of nowhere, the rain stops. That's good for us because we got our grunt call, we got our rattling horns, we got our camera, and I got a gun in my hand for the first time in a long time. We'll go get on a couple of these hills and rattle. We'll see if someone come down below us and get a good vantage point, something like that. You know, I call myself an outfitter and a guide. I pride myself on making things happen, and here we're struggling. We need mature bucks, we need big deer coming in. We got to get something on camera. That evening, we froze, we had a blast, we got good and muddy, our guns are clean, but no big bucks. Well, we gave them a good try. Rattling didn't work this afternoon. I think that our rain slowed everybody down. They're probably laying under a big old mesquite tree. We'll try them again in the morning.
This segment is provided by Big & J. The aroma is super strong, the range is super long.
Our family ranch was put together by a gentleman named J.B. Cutbirth. He came to Texas as a young man. I believe he was 16 years old, riding in trail rides. He was lucky enough to put enough cattle together so he could purchase his own ranch. And here, almost 140 years later, we're still blessed to keep it together, do the best we can with it. And the good Lord has blessed us, and we've kept it alive. And we look forward to the next few generations taking care of it also. I'll show you a few of the animals we've taken on the ranch in the last 15 years. We call this our Wall of Fame, like most ranches have. We've got some guys from Houston here, have a lot of clients from Arkansas, got some Louisiana folks here, got a Marine also. Here at Bear Branch Ranch, we do about 40 hunts a year. This wall here shows some of the better deer that we've taken, and we're pretty proud of some of them. We got a lot of military people here. We got folks from all over the country that have come in, and we're just really proud of what we've done. The family's done a great job. The ranch house was originally from my great-grandparents. So we tried to keep some of the old house intact here. This came from the flooring, embedded in the floors. We got the old fireplace here, which actually has a family brand, and they did some cooking here. These knotty pine walls are actually, they're all from the 1940s, all original stuff. Really proud of it. My mom actually did a great job. She was the one that got all this started and did all the work. It was very important for our family to honor the people that put this ranch together, and we've done is the best job we think we could do by saving all the old pieces from the original home. On our tile wall here, we got a few of the brands that the family's used over the year. A lot of ranches have one brand. Well, we got a whole bunch of them. We got brands for horses, we got brands for cattle, and they're all different. Myself, I've spent a lifetime as an outfitter and being a guide, and the last deer I can remember killing on my own was in 1998. Our family's like a lot of families. We're blessed to have a great piece of land. My sister Jackie, my mom Jane, this is a family-run program. We do whitetail hunts for the last 17 years. We do turkey hunts, do a few dove hunts, but we mainly focus on whitetail deer. That's what we like. That's what started this. That's what gets your heart pumping. I like turkeys, but I'm a whitetail guy, and I probably always will be. Tell you what, our front is moved in. We're gonna move up here about 300 yards, sit. Got a good little ground blind. It's in a pear flat, and do a little rattling, a little grunt call. See if we can get a big old buck come in. Smells good. If a tracking dog if a tracking dog loves it, it's got to be good. You'll notice a lot of our blinds are ground blinds. And like I say, we've been doing this a long time. We're not a box stand hater. Sometimes we just want to change it up. So we invented our own little ground blind. We got some cowl panels, a few T-posts, made us a little U shape. We put a couple of chairs behind them, back them into a nice little oak mott. Hey, we get to see the birds. We get to see the critters on the ground. We're eye level with the deer. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm a coyote. I'm down low. Shoot, I'm used to sitting up high thinking, I'm looking down on everybody. Now I'm looking eye to eye. So it's just another perspective in finding big deer. Another way to do it. It's fun. Might want to try it. Hey, here we are in north central Texas. We like to call it the Rolling Plains. We got an open pear flat in front. We got a handful of does. A couple of small bucks have just come in from where we're sitting. we can count 6 rubs. What we're hoping for is a mature buck to come in, maybe checking the rubs out, maybe looking at these does a little bit. It's about a week and a half before the rut really gets kicked off. But, you know, we're here, we're ready. We need a little bit of luck and we'll be rocking. We're sitting in the stand. We go pour a little Big and J down on the ground. We got the wind swirling in a direction that's away from us, typically where the deer are coming from. Sure enough, within 15 minutes, we get a 3 or 4 year old 8-point comes in. He's obviously too young to take a shot at, but we're gonna leave him alone. He can eat all the Big and J's he wants. We had a handful of does come right behind him, and things are finally picking up for us. We got deer coming in to Big and J. We're watching deer, things are looking good, everybody's moving around, the does are moving, young bucks are moving, and sure enough, just what we've been waiting on, a big, horsey frame deer moves through the brush, maybe 140 yards out. We don't get to see how big he is, but we know something good's happening. And sure enough, unbelievable. A buck of a lifetime comes rolling through the brush. Chase and I look at each other. I'm in shock. I haven't had a gun in my hand in 17 years. And here, I'm looking at a buck of a lifetime, a straight up blessing from above is landed in my lap. I'm like one of my hunters. I'm so happy. I mean, I'm just like inside, I'm exploding. And all I can wait for is this buck to drop. We can't see him because he went through the brush. And we hear something, what we think's a crash. And sure enough, I'm just like, I'm standing up and I look at Chase and I'm like, I think he hit the ground. I think he hit the ground. And you know, that's it. It's real. It's happening. I'm part of it. It's on film, and we're rolling. I think he's down. When this buck came out, you know, this is our family ranch. We shoot big deer every great once in a while. We don't shoot big deer like that every year or every other year. For me, this is like a lifetime buck on our family place. This is amazing. So when this buck came out, I mean, I don't know, I almost got all warm inside. It was amazing. I was like living a dream. I was living my 10-year-old dream in the deer stand with my granddad. It was crazy. And here I'm a big guy now. I mean, I'm supposed to know what to do. It's a great buck, it's a great day. Look at this buck. This is a great buck. It's an absolute blessing from the Lord above. I'm so happy. Man, I mean, to get this deer on film, this is a great day for this guy. It's a feeling I'm not used to. I'm the guy that gets to go hunting. I'm the guy that takes everybody hunting. I'm the guy that gets to take the pictures, tell them to stay calm, stay relaxed. Here, I'm the guy that's getting to have the gun in my hand. I'm looking at the binoculars. I get to judge the buck to see if I want to shoot the buck. That's a brand new feeling. I'm starting to like it. Just a big, horsey, north central Texas deer. So proud of it. So proud I had the opportunity to hunt it. It's a good day. I think I'm more proud of the deer we took on this show than any deer I've ever shot in my life.